I try not to differentiate between what I do on a Sunday morning and what I'm doing when I'm on stage with another musician or in a local theater doing my own show. I find that for me, it's got to come from the same place. I feel like I bring something special when I'm outside of church doing music, when I allow it to be the same thing. I think that's when people experience something bigger than themselves. That's when people say things like, I don't know what it was about that music, but it just really spoke to me. It really touched me. I personally just like to be the same wherever I am. Maybe it's because I have 3 kids, 3 and under. It sounds too exhausting to have 2 different things going on. So I've had to consolidate them. And that's where I've learned the most about my worship leading, actually. I think I experienced freedom in worship leading in church when I realized who I was when I was doing my thing outside of church and realized I could just be myself and connect to the Holy Spirit and sense what he was doing in people in the room, even when I'm not singing directly about him. Yeah, it's been a learning experience in that way. Doing gigs on Saturday night, turning up, doing worship on Sunday morning, my voice is not at its best in the morning time anyway. And the fact that I've used it all night the night before, that's the challenge that I face. The other thing is just being exhausted. I didn't realize before I started doing music professionally that these gigs don't start till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I'm normally turning into bed at 8:30, so just being exhausted. But at the same time, I find that the cool thing that happens is you almost can't separate the 2 worlds, even just as far as time-wise. They're happening so close together. And I found that for me, it's helpful not to separate them and to allow whatever I allow to flow through me on a Sunday morning, to let that happen on a Saturday night. Whatever posture I have, whatever energy I bring to a Saturday night, to bring that on a Sunday morning. In a band situation on a Saturday night, I have to be really aware of the rest of the players and where people are going, because it's not always planned out. And it's only made me even more aware on a Sunday morning that I have to bring that kind of team playing thing on a Sunday morning also. So yeah, I love it. I also love that sometimes at church, the talent pool is a bit smaller. So you find that if you sing, you feel like you're constantly leading. Whereas in my job as a backing vocalist, I love that I get to learn completely different lessons about singing and team and everything on a Saturday night. And I get to bring that Sunday morning and try to implement those lessons, those things that I've learned.